Hi, Sharon Graves, paintingwithacrylics101.com. We're finishing up our series this month on paintings, a still life, apples, using apples and pears. Now, I did this earlier today. I'm just painted in a jar just to add some interest, some different interest. Okay, now I've also drawn on, I've got a pear here. There's an apple sitting in front of this pear here, and then here is a pear laying on its side. So we're going to put those on there, and we're going to go really quick. I'm not going to, I want to show you a little different technique than what we used last time. I forgot to add some paint to my my palette. I need some other shades here, so we're going to put those up there. This is yellow ochre, and then I also have raw sienna. I used these colors last week when I painted the other painting with the pear. So I'm just going to throw those on my palette. They're not in the right order, but we'll be okay. Okay, so on this pear back here, I'm just adding some of the yellow ochre and burnt sienna. Okay, so back here, I'm just going to put it on there really quick. Again, going in the shape of the pear. Just put, because my paint is not mixed well, I don't want it mixed well. You're going to see lots of different varieties of color in there. Don't forget to turn your brush over. Use both sides. Okay, so you can see that nice really yellow piece there. Now, I'm not going to wash my brush out. I'm going to add some green to that, some of the lime green. I'm going to come up down here, under here. Whoops. There you go. I have an art friend right here who is cringing that my painting is wandering around away from it like that. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to bring some of the red, and I got cad red light and some alizarin crimson. I'm just going to bring it down in front. I want to add a little purple to that because I want it darker than that. There we go. Behind it. There. Now we're going to bring it down into the green paint. Flip that brush over. Use both sides. Pick up a few more. There, now I want something really dark right down in there. So I'm going to pick up the alizarin crimson. I'm going to add some purple to that. And I'm going to get on the corner of my brush and get back in there and get that deep. So you can see that it is down in there. Okay. So now what needs to happen is I need to come back in here with some lighter color on the front side. Let's throw a little yellow in there and see what that does. I think that might help us out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that now you can see that down in there. Okay, now I'm still not going to clean off my brush. I'm going to pick up some more of the yellow ochre, and this time I'm going to use some of the raw sienna, a little more yellow ochre. Now I'm coming in here like this. Again, you have to paint in the shape of the item. Okay? You wouldn't go across here like this, is what I'm saying. You're going to go in the shape of that pear. Okay? Now, that's not the right color for a pear for me. Now, it'd be good for those red pears. Okay? But I can continue to add some light to that. Let's get some of that dark again on the back side of that pear. Back over here. Okay. Now we're going to add some more light to that. I'm adding the yellow ochre and yellow. And in here, and then right here is where the bump out on that pear is, right there. Now you have to remember, you're working with acrylic paint. This is going to dry a little different. Okay. Let's come back in here and add some burnt umber into this part in here that's I need a different brush. Kind of overworked it there. There we go. Got something there, smaller. Okay, let's get some really dark color in there. I'm going to add some blue to it and some purple. I want a dark, dark color. I'm going to even add some turquoise. That's how I make a black, is I add my darkest colors together. There we go. That's going to work. Okay, so on this pear, you can see that there are some lines in here. There. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we've got this stem up here. And we could add an apple stem. And we can add another one right here. There we go. Okay, so now we've got some interesting fruit in our still life. And it was, we made it basically with using the colors that we had. I see a problem. I'm going to add a little white to my problem child over here. my problem pear. White makes everything opaque. You can, right here, you can see that jar coming through there. You won't be able to see it in a minute. Okay, that's got too much light. Again, you're adjusting. You're making adjustments all the time when you're painting. There's his little belly hopping out. Let's try this. Adding a little bit of the raw sienna to it. There we go. I lightened it up too much, so I'm going to start. It's always good to have a few problems like this show up. That way you don't think, oh my gosh, she never screws up. She messes up all the time. There's lots of messing up going on in this studio. So I'm trying to get some, there we go. Oh, I had some green in there too. I think, yep, there we go. I think that's what I was missing, was the lime green, okay? Got that belly right in there. Now you can come back in here with your dark color and put in a little indentation there. Now that kind of shows you where that little belly of that pear is. There we go. Okay, just clean that out a little bit. I don't make it 100% clean because I really need all the colors that are in there. I'm adding a touch of green to my apple reds that I'm working on. I use two kinds of red. I use a warm and a cool red. And I use more of one than the other, depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. So here comes, it's coming down this way. There we go. throw in a little more purple in that. And you're just going to play with it as you paint. You're going to play a lot. You're going to, oh, what happens if I do this? What happens here? How does this make it look? How does this work? He's got a little belly sticking out here on him. There you go. Now, on that apple, you can come back and lighten up. You want to make a little highlight. So you can add a little white to it. Don't go crazy. Don't get it chalky. But like right in here, see the light's coming from this way. So the apple needs something right there, telling you that the light's hitting it there. Same thing with the pear. And same thing with this part of the pear here. There. See, his little belly's gonna had a little too much water in my brush. It happens, folks. It happens. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so here we have now our jar. We've got a pear back here, an apple here, another pear here. We could add something, you know, like a sprig of something coming out of the jar. We could add any number of things to finish out this painting. But now you've seen how you can put it together quickly, easily, how things should work together, how you can create. See that? Remember that shadow we put in there? That shadow's completely gone now. And that's fine. That's what happens a lot. You'll paint something in and you'll love it, but you end up covering it up with something else. So please don't worry about that. Now, this whole background is way too plain for me. I don't know what I'm going to do to that, but I can't have it like that. It's going to have some color or something back. But I just wanted you to see just how quickly you could get something done. So thanks a lot. If you like this, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of things going on here all the time. It is specifically for beginning painters, homeschool students, classes in your homeschool art curriculum, just trying to help you to understand the concepts of art for very beginning painters. So thanks a lot and have a great day.